doesn't like me either. But she has to deal with me because I'm family.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm family too. We had that whole illegal green card marriage thing. So.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So, Max with the channel commander.
Yeah.
So, Max, how are you doing today? Since you want some attention. Jesus.
Alright, it's 5 o'clock. I gotta cut you off, Karen. Say bye.
Bye.
Pee-pee.
Go ahead, Abdul.
Okay, let's make a start. Hi everybody. Thank you for coming to the meeting. It should last roughly 30 to 45 minutes, so you better stay. Throughout this time, we'll be leadership team and I will be announcing some important updates, and we will have a Q&A towards the end of the meeting. So if you have any questions, please hold them until the end of the meeting. We don't want to get sidetracked. Okay. As you all know, I've been promoted, so congratulations to me. Whoop.
Boo.
I'll be promoted to director. Okay, I'm sure most of you have already done this, but if you haven't, please congratulate Beef and Bean and John in their promotion to community managers. I'm sure you all agree that they deserved it, and I'm sure they'll do a great job. Not as good as me, but still a great job. Okay, I'd like to address some of the changes that some of you have probably already seen on the roster page. One of the changes included the removal of the council rank. We decided to remove that rank because that rank and division managers weren't really different to each other, with the exception of council having more authority. And the issue was tasks were too stretched out, too thin. It meant division managers wouldn't really have that much to do, and neither would council. There was also a few other reasons, but we didn't want to get into the detail of it. We decided to remove the council rank and limit the division manager rank to 1 per division, which meant we had to have some existing division managers moved to advisors, so they weren't really demoted because they did anything wrong, rather than it was because we didn't have enough positions available. Oh shit. Okay, because of these changes, actually sorry, another change was to do with the divisions. We don't have any game divisions anymore. Instead, they become supported games, and the divisions are EC and AT, QA, MT and TT. So basically what that means is that regardless of what game we support, you guys can now host events in any game. If you have any issues with any admin or how to admin, you can go straight to the AT division. Essentially it would mean there'll be more leadership in those areas, so more availability in any game. There were some disagreements with the changes, but I'm hoping that you guys would just give it a chance, see how it goes, and try to understand what we're trying to do with these changes. I think that should be it from me from now. There was also the RT being removed, but I'll give the talking pillow to QA and let them handle that, explain it all. Go QA.
Alright, thank you for the talking pillow, Abdul. Yeah, as Abdul said, recruitment team and quality assurance are now one and the same thing. Quality assurance is still responsible for processing applications and providing general help in the Welcome Center. But in addition to that, QA now handles all the jobs that were formerly done by RT, including authorizing promotions and demotions, reviewing recruits and juniors, promotion lists, server fills, the whole shebang. All admin-related matters, however, such as admin suspensions and admin training, will be handled by the newfound AT division. So essentially, RT has become QA. I'm going to go ahead. That's pretty much it for that. I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to Architect. Speaking of promos, we'll talk about that.
I'm just going to cover people who have been field promoted since Christmas promotions came out. I'm going to paste just a short list in chat. Those 5, Prime Ribs, Monster Killgasm, Doobie, Temper, and Sweet Thing were all promoted between 25th and today. Field promotions are just, they occur live on a server instead of on a set date. They can occur at any time. You don't have to wait for a promotions list to be promoted. For example, I want to take a moment and note that there's a person named Duckers in the chat that's currently a recruit. They are now going to be promoted to a junior. Now that, I want you all to congratulate everyone on that list. Prime Ribs, Monster, Doobie, Temper, Sweet Thing, and now Duckers, all on their promotions since Christmas promotions. They've all earned it, and they've all... We just want to appreciate each of those promotions in particular. Now,
especially my promotion.
Now I'm going to cover the new promotion system at this time, and Sledge is just going to chime in when if there's any details that I miss out on, or if he wants to cover in particular. The new promotion system is found at this link. It's just prestigegaming.org/promotions. And you'll notice that next to the names on that page, those are who meet the minimum criteria as listed below in priority of most points. You can learn more as listed on the page by reading the How Do I Get Promoted or Admin thread. And that covers the things that give you points. Points are awarded by forum posts that you create, by reviews that you write on Recruit Your Juniors, by positive reviews that you receive, by people that you recruit to the community, and by being a dedicated supporter. The minimum requirements, in particular, are that you have to be a recruit for at least 2 weeks, 14 days. You have to have 5 forum posts as a minimum, and you have to write at least 5 reviews on Recruits and Juniors. That will put you on the promotions page as meeting the minimum requirements. Now, from April 1st, and I want Sledge to interject if this is incorrect, but from April 1st this year, anyone who's been a PG recruit for over 3 months since they have applied will be automatically demoted or removed from their recruit rank. And that's because we want to make sure that recruits who wear our tags make an effort to get their maturity noticed, and that those who aren't are seated out automatically. This will be added to the promotions page as well, so it'll keep you up to date. I'm going to pass it off to Resistant now to go over our recruit orientation that's upcoming.
Hello everyone. As you know or you don't know, I am Resistant Warcher. I am an advisor for quality assurance, and I'm here to talk to you guys about recruitment orientation, along with an important announcement. Recruit orientation offers us QAs a chance to help out anybody and to meet new people. The recruit orientation will be held January 30th around 5 p.m. Eastern Time. This orientation is around 30 to 45 minutes of QAs explaining things or features that you should know, but most likely don't know about the website. For example, we go over how to report people, how to navigate the website as a whole, and just basic knowledge that you should know as you progress as a member of the community. We also give time for recruits to ask questions about the community. It's really a great event, and every recruit and above should strive to attend. And finally, let me go over our final part, this month's Community Spotlight. So this month's Community Spotlight has done quite a bit of work to achieve this. This member has done a ton of things for a service such as bHop and really does show a high activity level. And this is why I'm really glad to announce that this month's Community Spotlight is going to Gravius. Make sure you congratulate Gravius if you have not done so already.
Pog,
Now I'm
spam
going
him.
to pass it off to
If you'd like to say something, Gravius, we'll give you a second.
Now, whoever's talking for EC, passing it on to you.
Is Gravius good?
Oh, he didn't say anything. I don't know. Hold on. Let me unmute him again. Gravius, say something. Say hi.
He's shy.
Gravius!
Wait, what happened to my rank?
Oh, I changed it to say dictator because I thought it was funny.
Alright, no? Alright.
Yeah, go ahead, Metal.
Alrighty, so there's not much, but there are 3 upcoming events. One's H1Z1 Battle Royale, that'll be in about a week. Same with Melon Bomber. Right after the meeting, we have Fight Yard, so it's going to be right after. It should end. The meeting should end in about 15 minutes after. Fight Yard, Gmod Fight Yard should start. Hope to see everyone there. And later on the meeting, a fairly big event will be announced, but I'll leave that to MT. Now I'd just like to pass it on to the admin trainers.
Thank you, Metal. Hey everyone, my name is Fat Panda, but you can call me Fat.
CS Fighter.
And I will be going over the AT division. So currently, we're doing really well in AT. We have 7 admin trainers and are currently open to applications. Our goal is 8 admin trainers, so we still do have 1 spot open on our roster. And please feel free to apply in the Community Assess Central, which can be found here. Apparently I don't have permission to send chat messages, so try again. They fail. Anyway, people are linking in chat, so it's down there. We also have new and updated rules for our CS jailbreak server. These rules are generally more specific, and they provide more information about certain situations. These new rules can be found here. Yeah, there we go, thank you. And that is actually pretty much it for everything that is new in AT. I would like to introduce Katrina from Media Team, who has a few things to say.
Alright, so for Media Team, all of the positions are open, so if you're interested in creating various images, writing articles, or making videos, then feel free to apply to whichever position interests you at any time. Now, as some of you may have seen, we have Division Wars coming up on January 16th and 17th, where multiple teams will be battling it out in Left 4 Dead 2 Versus. If you're interested in signing up with your own team or by yourself and want to be put in a random group, then you can sign up on one of the threads listed under Community Discussions. A thread with more information and all of the necessary links will be posted momentarily. And I will hand it over to Architect now.
Architect.
Oh, I'm sorry, I had my mute on. Wow. Alright, well, we are starting a recruitment drive today, and I don't have permissions to send channel chat messages, apparently.
Yeah, neither do I. I was just supposed to send the thread I made.
Alright, cool. Well, if you check the news posts and announcements, you'll see a new thread on there called Clanwide New Year's Recruitment Drive, and I'm going to go over that now. It begins today, right now, January 9th, and it ends on February 2nd at midnight Eastern. And during that time, any recruit application that's approved and has you as a referrer enters you to the prize pool. The application must be approved, and you must post in the thread, the news post thread. This is, you all should see it. Is it posted properly? I assume so. Alright, everyone's posting it, so I'm just going to operate on the presumption that everyone's good with it. Alright, good. We have a prize pool in the thread itself, but it's not complete as of now. It doesn't have everything written into it, so don't worry about the prize pool. It looks a little skimpy on the thread. It's much, much bigger than that. I'm going to pass it off to the technical team, in particular to Max,
who is currently unable to speak.
Oh, Max is unable? Can you
Yes, so I'll take that over. In regards to the tech team, we're a relatively small team right now. We only have 2 occupied assist slots, one being a mapper, one being a coder. We are actively looking for people who have skills in Source Pawn or Lua, so if you have any knowledge in either of those 2 fields, please apply and I'll handle you as quick as I can. JTox is also handling mappers, so if you have skills in mapping, feel free to send in an application as well. We work on the back ends of the servers and produce updates for the community, and if you're interested in doing that, I'd love to have you on the team. That's really all I have to say. I haven't spoken since I'm a QA, so I'm sorry if I'm weird. And I'll hand it back to Architect, who's going to talk about some of our servers.
Yeah, I'm just going to cover quickly the success of the Jailbreak server and the TTT server on our Counter-Strike roster. Jailbreak is currently 86th and was 36th at its highest server rank. TTT itself was 74th right now and 54th at its highest. Those servers are doing phenomenal, and I want you all to check out the Jailbreak server if you haven't already. And I just want to congratulate those 2 in particular for their successful rankings being posted. I'm also going to cover server drives at this point in time. Quality Assurance will be hosting multiple week-long server drive events. 2 in particular are taking place on the week of the 11th to the 15th and on the 18th to the 22nd. These drives will be at 5 p.m. Eastern, and they will be on the Gary's Mod TTT server. There will be prizes for participation in these events, and at the end of the weeks, the top players will get a few goodies.
Is that all you had, Ark?
Yep.
Okay. So, it is now time for the questions and answer portion of the meeting.
Did we have the events discussed, or?
Yeah, Metal did that a while ago. During the event part.
Wow, Metal, you spoke quick.
Way to stay awake, Abdul.
Was I boring? Was I too boring?
No, you're fine. You talked after Metal. Okay, really quick. Do you have something to say before Q&A, or? Okay. If you have a question, please right-click on your name. You'll see a button that says Request Talk Power. In the box, type your question in. We will unmute you, and you'll be given a chance to ask your question.
Legit questions, please.
Yeah, legit questions only, please.
I don't understand how this system works.
I got it. Okay, Corporal Frost, you have talk power. What is your question?
So my question is, I asked this before on the forums about the Division Wars, but could we have sub-players if one is out? Like substitutes.
Metal? Oh, Metal's AFK. Yes, you are allowed to have substitutes. But once the division war started, we would prefer if you would stay with the same 4 players once it actually starts.
Okay.
But you can change the roster up to the point that the division war starts.
Okay.
Is that all you had?
Yeah, that's all I had. I might have another one, but I'll think about it later.
Okay, Universe has something about the TTT server. Go ahead, Universe, you have talk power. Universe? You there, Universe?
Oh wow. Wrong key, sorry, I'm here. So I want to talk about the TTT server and how it's been a little bit chaotic lately. The little admins that we can somehow get on it, I was wondering if we could somehow lower the cap just a little. It's one of the most popular servers I understand, but it's really hard to moderate right now. And that's my question.
So you'd like to, you're asking if we can lower the player slots on TTT?
The slot, yeah.
Abdul, if you want to take that one.
There is a suggestion open. I've left it open because there's no decision reached yet. But if more people post into it, then that's something we should or could do.
Alright, thank you.
But that's the reason we haven't closed it yet, because there's no decision made.
Okay. Let's see, who else has questions? Come on, surely you guys have more questions than that. Chris wants to ask why we removed dead voice chat. Chris, go ahead. What specifically are you talking about?
Like, I know, like, before the year started or something, like, when you were dead, you can, like, voice chat with your friends, like, when you died in, for example, Murder I play on. Like, and when I go on there, like, today, it's like, you can't voice chat as much. Like, I don't get that. Why you removed it?
Sorry.
He wants to know why dead voice chat has been removed. And that was
on where?
On Murder.
Or, like, just point out, like,
okay, the main reason those changes went into Murder was because the slots were raised to 32. And we had to apply things that would work on a 32 player server. If that makes sense, because if you have 32 people on the server and everybody's talking, it's going to get really hectic.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And we wanted to kind of speed up the pace of the rounds with the gun change as well. But obviously, if the server doesn't populate as much as we expected it to, then we can look at reducing the slots and putting the mic, the dead voice back on. But it was originally suggested to do those things.
Alright, is that all you had, Chris?
Yep, thank you.
Okay. Let's see what else we have. Assassin Flames, question about leadership and promotions. Go ahead, Assassin. What you got?
Alright, so the question I have is that, let's say, hypothetically, like one section of the new like structure of the roster, let's say all of the leadership there play like mainly one certain game, or I play like, or I'm in put other games and just don't play the same game as them. How am I supposed to get noticed by them for a possible promotion, other than the promotions page, which doesn't show who I truly am?
Did you ask 2 questions? Because I think you did.
I don't know.
He's basically asking, how is he supposed to get noticed if leadership don't necessarily play the same games as he does?
In a nutshell, yeah.
I would say the best bet would be, you know, forums and TeamSpeak. Just kind of, because you can hang out and not play the same game.
Yeah, you still get reviews written on you by anybody in the community. It doesn't have to be leadership. And it can be done over the forums. It doesn't have to be done in-game.
Right.
So if I just play with you, then essentially I know who you are and I know what maturity is like, so I would write a review on you.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors that go into actually getting a promotion. Okay. Corporal Frost has a question. Gmod game modes. Go ahead.
Okay, so what I want to ask about is that, is there going to be any new game modes for Gary's Mod in the future, if you're planning any?
We are looking into possibly doing a different game mode for Gmod. We don't necessarily have a decision yet. I know rotating game modes, so a server that has multiple different game modes on it, was a popular choice on the poll when we chose the RP server last time. So that's definitely an option, but we haven't finalized a decision, but we're always looking to expand things. At least when all of our other servers are full and doing well, we're looking to what we can do to expand and make the community bigger and better.
Okay.
If you do have a suggestion for a game mode, you feel free to post that in the suggestions forum, and we'll certainly take a look at it.
Alright, thank you.
Right, thanks. Okay, G Hype Train has a question about the meeting info. Go ahead, what's your question? Hype Train, you there?
Hello?
You had a question about the meeting information?
Yeah, I was wondering if all the info is going to be posted in the forum somewhere.
We will post the recording, and there should be a news post going up in just a little bit that has some of the information regarding the ranking structure and the division changes. That should be going up shortly.
Awesome.
Alright. Since Kieran is crying in the chat, we'll give Kieran a question. Okay, you're going to troll, but go ahead, Kieran. What do you want to know?
I'm not going to troll. I'm being serious. Currently on the promotions list, it says I'm allowed to be promoted. Obviously, that's not true because I haven't been here for 2 weeks. So that's one of the many bugs I've found on the site, along with the fact that the site hasn't been updated in maybe a good year. So it'd be nice to have something. It'd be nice to have something fresh and appealing to the eyes, Abdul. If you get my hint. Abdul, maybe something down the side that allows me to see what players are on which servers.
I'm not hearing the question, man.
Yeah, I think that was the question.
So when you guys are going to fix the site? The major bugs?
Never.
Okay, fair enough. I'll just start my own site with blackjacks and hookers and fucking shit.
Yeah, give me an invite to that. I like blackjack and hookers.
Yeah, sounds good.
Alright. Who else do we have?
Your Pokemon is at the top.
Sorry, I've scrolled down so far. I wasn't looking at people at the top. Your Pokemon has a question about TTT RDM Manager. Go ahead.
It's just about the RDM Manager.
Okay. The TTT RDM Manager is still on the to-do list. It's something that I would love to do eventually, but it is really time-consuming to actually do, and I don't currently have the time. It's being spent on other things for the community, so I don't have the time to actively develop it at this point. It's something I would love to do eventually, but it's just a little bit down the road.
Alright, bye.
Okay. Delta has questions about the Sunshine server. What's up?
So, is there any plans for the future of the... No, so the server that used to be Sunshine that has now been taken down for TF2, are there any plans for that server in the future, or are we just going to be sticking with the 4 other TF2 servers?
There's no actual plans, but it's something we can do. I just don't know if we should, really. I mean, at this time we should try and focus on the existing servers. Try and get our community presence on those servers, recruiting more admins.
If I have another question, do I have to request talk power? Also, is there any update on the new admin system and new point system that will be as a replacement for GameMe?
We're getting very close to being able to release those. There's some things we have to do, a couple things for the website that aren't quite done yet, and a few things for Gmod, so we need to release it all at the same time. But hopefully, and this isn't a guarantee, hopefully we will be able to do it within the next couple weeks.
Okay, that's it.
Alright, thank you. What else do we got?
I was scrolling through, someone had a question for TT.
Yeah, just right-click on their name, and you can click Grant
I
Talk
know,
Power.
I lost their name.
Oh, okay. Unvirginizer has a question for Abdul. Go ahead.
Hello? Hey.
Hi.
Hey, Abdul, you remember when you were saying you're not going to go into detail? Can you go into detail? Why are there more reasons?
Yes.
Yeah. Huh? Talk.
that question?
He asked if you would go into more detail on the promotions.
So can I answer with a yes or no?
Yeah, actually, yeah, he did say you did say can you? So technically, he did answer your question.
Son of a gun.
I think that's a better question to put into the like I'll answer that question into the news post if we can. I'll put all the details on there.
Alright, that's good.
Sounds good. Okay. A hostage has a question about what media team does.
Yes.
Anything specific?
Wow, that's savage.
Yeah. I honestly have no idea. I've just seen it around, but I have not put any effort into looking into what they do.
Well, Katrina, would you like to explain what media team does?
Alright, so any big stuff that happens in PG and big games that come out, we make posts on them. Practically all the images on the website we make, as well as articles. Hey, yes, big stuff. And videos on our YouTube. We have video editors that make all of them about various topics. So as a matter of fact, we do a lot of things. All the news posts you see, we make.
Alright.
Yeah.
Pretty much all I was wondering.
Alright. Rip has a question. Go ahead, Rip.
I just wanted to know if you guys could give Kudos a talk power real quick. Oh, wait.
No.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Never mind.
Okay. Alright. Face and Cake has some questions about Tech Team. Go ahead, Drew. Or Face and Cake, whatever you have.
In terms of what is the expectation that you expect in terms of experience and knowledge of technical works, coding, etc.
For Gary's mod, if I was looking at your application, I generally expect you to be able to basically have a generalized knowledge of what language you're using, and that you could successfully edit our code to fix or add whatever needs to be done. Generally, I'd probably expect you don't have to be a professional at it, but like I'd expect the general basic knowledge.
But yeah, know the language to be able to change it if you can. Just be able to.
So for Gary's mod, you would need to know at least the basics of Lua, what functions do what, like what variables are. For source mod, you'll need to know the same things. To an extent, they're different kind of things, but you'll need to know, basic like function names, the ability to use information from the API to figure out what you need to do and things like that.
Right.
As far as mapping, you would need to know how to use the Hammer editor. And there's a ton of more stuff that I'm sure Jay could go into, but I don't want to let him talk, so we're just going to skim right over that.
Okay.
Thank you.
TLDR, just basic knowledge.
If you look into the bugs form and the suggestions form, you can see the kind of stuff
That we
TT
deal
would
with.
do. Yeah.
Wiggly has a question about bhop. Go ahead.
Okay, so I heard that we were going to be doing something
that's
with
loud.
the Gary's Mod bhop hard server. Like, I heard rumors of turning it into a speedrun server or something along the lines of that. Is that still going to happen?
Where is Gravius?
Yeah, that's a gravy question.
Gravy, where are you, buddy? You're not here anymore.
I think is that a birthday party, if you say.
Yeah, he said he was.
Dang it. It's a possibility, but nothing has been decided at this point. If you want a more specific answer, you'd have to ask Gravius.
Alright.
Okay. And we just answered the question about Tech Team. Temper has a question about QA talking speed. Go ahead, Temper.
Oh, right, yeah. Can you hear me, guys?
Yep.
Okay. Well, it was about my recruitment. I was in the QA, and they were asking those questions about you, and the speed was very, very quick. And for me, as a non-native speaker, it was, well, nearly, not understandable. And I pointed it out, but well, then again, they are really fast talking. So I would point out maybe they should talk a little bit slower.
Okay.
Was that a me or Sludge? I'm presuming me, because I'm a fast talker.
Are you talking about when you were processed?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh well, if you told the QA that you weren't keeping up, you can just say, "Hey, slow down. Go over this. Go. Can you repeat that?" They'll gladly slow down for you. But if you don't tell them anything, they'll just keep on trucking.
All right.
Yeah, if you need anything clarified, you can always just go up to any QA, me, architect, leadership, and we'll help you out, answer any questions.
All right. We'll do a couple more questions. Question about the recruits going to get demoted. Davis, you have talk power, go ahead.
Oh, alright. Before you said that recruits that don't get promoted will be stripped of their tags and demoted. Is that all the recruits, or just the recruits that don't participate and maybe like don't I guess participate?
Any recruit who's been a member of the community for 3 or more months as of April 1st and haven't acquired junior rank will be demoted. So, say you joined February 2nd, you wouldn't be demoted. You would have 3 months to acquire junior ranks.
Okay, so every 3 months, if a recruit is not promoted in that time period, he will be, or she will be...
it's a rolling count. It applies for every recruit.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay. I think Teddy has a couple questions. Go ahead, Teddy.
Okay. First of all, like, I don't know how it's actually split up or anything, but my main concern is, like, for ATs at the moment, like, before it was separated per games, and so the people that play the games were ATs for those games, so they knew, like, specific things that would happen. Like, you can't teach situational things, like, how does AT stuff work now that everyone has access to, like, teach any game that they want?
Okay, Kat?
Because we've only just made the change, we haven't worked this out yet. We're currently working on getting leadership fully trained in every single one of our games so that we can all work together on the bans and reports and appeals, and if an admin report comes in a couple weeks, we should have the ATs all set up, but we don't know quite yet, so...
I mean, like, I'm just saying that, like, you can't teach situational things, so, like, I really think there should be some kind of, like, division within AT for, like, back to people for their specific games, because you can't teach situational things, because if you've never played the game, or you don't play the game actively, you don't know how to handle things that most people are going to usually do.
Can you give me an example of what would be different from the
global rules? Let's just say for murder, for example, like, there isn't any specific rules on that as far as I'm aware. And, like, if you don't play murder and someone's trying to get trained for that and they have they're in their global training and they're being, they ask a question about murder, but say someone from CS is training them and that person from CS may not be actually playing murder, like, ever, so how are they supposed to know about situational things like that?
Okay, I think when it comes to TTT, murder, and jailbreak, I think there's server-specific admins. I don't think that's part of the global admin training. The global admin training is basically the general rules. So all admin trainers would know how to train admins for those general rules. Well, I do understand what you're saying with the service-specific one, but that's why we have TTT and murder and JB training specific.
Right, and obviously people who don't have experience or playing on murder or TTT or jailbreak won't be teaching those classes.
Okay. So second, where was it? Oh, this is more of just a nitpicky kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like aesthetic thing. Are the stars going to be the same for director and comic art? Because it bugs me that they're the same number.
Yes.
They're not. I think the community manager wants them to have the council stars.
All right. I think that's it. Yeah, that's all my questions.
Thanks, Teddy. Okay, we'll do one more. Space Clouds has a question about jail. Go ahead, Space Clouds.
Oh, okay. About jailbreak. Bee hopping. You cannot bee hop in jailbreak. Like, the minigame is pointless on maps because you cannot bee hop at all. Like, So, like, is that ever gonna get changed, like the air acceleration or anything?
You can change it if you just put in a suggestion or. Yeah, put in a suggestion and we'll work on it as soon as we have the chance.
Another suggestion would be like, for a jailbreak, whenever people could see you talking whenever you're dead, it's so annoying because like you could be hiding and you'll just get some random kid or person to be like, oh, he's over there, and they're talking while dead, so like they're ghosting. But like it's so annoying because it happens to everybody.
Can you put in a bug report for that, and we'll look into that as well?
All right.
Thank you. And Pestilence wanted me to ask one more. Is that all the questions you had?
I love all of you. That's all I gotta say.
Alright. Love you too. Where is...
Minecraft Division is not gonna exist.
No. Minecraft Division, no.
It is dead and gone and never left.
Pestilence, whose question did you want to ask? Go ahead and you can unmute them if you want. I don't know who you wanted to ask. Stone Rocks. Okay, there we go. Stone Rocks, go ahead.
Alright, so now that the divisions are based off like community assists, do a community assist have like an improved chance of being promoted? Or how does that work?
Works off maturity. It always has and always will. It's based on how well you handle responsibilities. It doesn't matter if you're in a division or not. If you are mature and people notice that, you will be promoted. And you share the responsibility of being noticed with leadership and your fellow members. You will never have to concern yourself with, will I be noticed? As long as you are mature and as long as you handle responsibility well, that'll be noticed eventually, and it won't be impacted by whether or not you're an AT or an EC or a QA or so forth. The community assists do provide you with additional opportunities to demonstrate it, but it doesn't affect it in a way that would fast track. Did that answer your question fully?
Yeah, it did. Thanks.
Wait.
Okay. We've been doing questions for like 25 minutes now. So if any of you have any more questions, feel free to ask the appropriate leadership member for those questions. Feel free to make a contact leadership thread. If you're not sure exactly who you should be asking, does anyone from leadership have anything else they'd like to say? Abdul, any last second words?
Give me all your money.
Alright, cool. Send all of your money to Abdul at Gmod.net.
Abdul, I have a question for Abdul.
Yeah, Abdul at Gmod.co.uk, I forgot.
Will Abdul pay me if I quit school and code for PG full time?
We'll be right back.
That later. Okay. Thank you all for coming to the Clanwide meeting. We do have an event coming up And I think it's actually about 45 minutes from now. It might start a little bit early. Not sure what Midnight Fluffy is going to be planning, but please join us for CS Fight Yard, I think is the event. Pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Please join us for CS Fight Yard in about 45 minutes.
Oh wait, John, we got one question from Teddy. The QA color, is that going to be fixed?
The QA color, we are currently looking into changing colors on the website. We're experimenting with what works best, so nothing is necessarily permanent at this point. If you have a suggestion for a color that you think could work better, feel free to contact myself or make a thread and contact leadership.
It's in the hex
For what
code
it's
you
worth,
like.
John, I really don't like the color that it is currently.
You picked that color!
No, what?
Classic.
Did I?
You did,
Sludge,
yeah,
don't
you
even
picked
back
that
out.
shit
We
color.
got
Don't
the
even
proof.
act like that wasn't you.
This
is why AT is better, because
look,
they don't
look at the
complain about color.
conversation.
Hey,
I gave
pink,
AT
actually.
a beautiful color.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It's beautiful.
TT's
And
like
they
I love it.
respected it.
Well, in that case, I like the color.
Yeah, very
Good choice.
You flip-flopper.
I think it needs to be like a glittery kind of gold. Like,
Yeah.
just, can you put some glitter in it?
Yeah, I'll work on the glitter. Kiki,
Oh,
can you give me some glitter?
Yo, can TT just be rainbow then?
Please.
No,
Nope,
Comet
we have
is going to be
reserved
rainbow. We
Is
reserved
the-
it.
Is the meeting over?
It is now, yeah, we're just kind of talking.
Alright, so